How's it going? What's up, HoopSpaces? I hope everybody's having a terrific day. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Tony Vega. I also have a YouTube channel, ABS Podcast, if you've seen me, or if you like the content that you see today, or if you want to see more Lakers content, please subscribe to ABS Podcast. And also, if you do like this platform, if you do like what you see, please subscribe and like, share, and subscribe to Hoop Spaces as well. Thank you all for joining me here to talk about Lakers, vent some Lakers. So, this is being recorded kind of like the day after the Boston game. So, emotions are high. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a minute since I've done a video, but this has been kind of like a rough season, and we're already halfway through the season. All Star break is coming, I think, in around 10 games or so, like in mid February. So we are close to just. I think we're halfway through the game, through the season. So, um, we're a below 500 team. We're 13 in the West. We've started the season 2-10. I can go through all the negatives, but to a certain extent, there are certain things that, as a fan and reacted to that Boston game, I will say this team has shown that it can compete against top tier teams. It has fight. They have fight. They like the Lakers have demonstrated time and time again that even down double digits, they'll find ways to claw back in and be competitive. The thing with this team, and before we talk about the Boston game and try to react to it, let me put some little insight here. Some context to it. Like, we've been missing 3 to 4 of our rotational players. That means Austin Reeves has not been has been injured. Lonnie Walker has been injured. Anthony Davis, which is our centerpiece, and if not the defensive anchor, and basically the key, as Ham says, to winning us everything. Without Anthony Davis, this team, we need him in the defensive end, offensively, like every certain way Anthony Davis provides to this team is just it changes the complexity of it. And to a certain extent, you know, we had situations where, we have Russell, we had Nunn, K Nunn, we had Dennis, we had Patrick Beverley. We are so guard heavy that we're, we lack wings. So once we made that trade for Rui Hashimura, which I have not discussed it in a video, and I'm not going to go into detail about it, but that was a great pickup for the Lakers. That was absolutely needed for this team to kind of clear up some of the logjam in the guard position and have a legitimate wing. But I saw something in the San Antonio game, which was this past week as well. The team, they're doing something which I don't agree with, and I don't know why they're doing it. And it's, why are they not giving the minutes to Wenyen Gabriel, or at least a combination of it? Because Wenyen statistically has been one of our, when it comes to the hustle stats, he's just been a monster trying to hustle for rebounds, bringing the energy from the bench. He's shown and demonstrated a reason why he should be in the rotation. Like, he has helped us stay afloat to a certain extent. Like, even though we're below 500, we're still in striking distance. So he's been a big part of it. Same as Max Christie. He is a rookie, but to a certain extent, they both have contributed much needed energy, much needed efforts, both on the defensive end and also on the offensive end. So it's interesting to see now that people are coming back healthy, how Ham kind of meshes with everything. But going back to the Boston game, I honestly expected us to win this one. This game was there for the taking. We competed, we hustled. There was some nasty pick and roll between LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis didn't have a great game, but I mean, his impact, he really does. Like, even if he has a bad night on the defensive end, he changes all the shots. Like there was so many shots where just Anthony Davis being present would alter the shot to an extent that it would miss. So that was great to see. We had a great game from Patrick Beverley, and probably one of the best highlights of the season for him. Probably his best game as a Laker, if I'm being honest. Like it's, I don't know what game is it right now, but we're halfway through the season, and this is a breakout game. Like he looked. I mean that fourth quarter put back dunk was insane. I'm not gonna lie, it really surprised me. I was really pumped for it. But then something happened which I've wow, and Laker fans, you can attest to this. We've we're leaving the game in the hands of the officiating. Way too many games for way too many reasons, and that has to do also with the margins that this team has created. Like we don't have the margins to basically, let it all like we need things to break our way to a certain extent because we don't have legit shooting. Uh we don't have floor spacers. We're not using really as we should be. We're not like there's I can go on and on, but to a certain extent, end the game. LeBron James, we were tied. I think it was 102-102, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Yeah, I may be wrong. But we were tied, and long and behold, LeBron James goes for a layup, goes for drives for a layup, and he gets fouled. Like, blatantly. Like, it's the social media just bursted. I almost broke my phone. But, yeah, he got fouled, but to a certain extent, that's the thing. Like, we left it to that margin. If Patrick Beverley would have hit his shot, if we would have gotten the T for Dennis, if we could have changed our rotations a bit, not do these 3 guard lineups, if Russell Westbrook would have had a slightly better game, those mid-range shots that he normally hits, if that would have a couple would have hit, if the threes that he's currently making, if he could have made them, like if there's certain aspects of this game where if we could have, should have, but we didn't, and it's rough. As a fan, it was rough to watch. I didn't particularly like how the game was officiated, but you played what's in front of you, and as a Laker fan, now we are looking at the opponent in front of us, plus see what officiating we get. But the team needs to do better. Darvin Ham needs to do way better. This game, there was opportunities where he could have that overtime segment where you needed to foul, you needed to do the free throw game. They didn't. They just laid down. They just decided they waved the white flag. They proverbially waved the white flag, and I'm not gonna lie. I also waved the white flag once that wasn't called a foul. Once we entered overtime, this team, they ran LeBron James for the entire fourth quarter and overtime. He ended up with 41, if I'm not mistaken. Like we're almost there for him to breaking the record. So I don't know. Our next game is Brooklyn on Monday. In my view, that is a must-win game. With this team can sustain these. Like we compete only because we work hard for it. We don't give up. There is a talent gap. After the fourth guy, there's a drop off, and the only way for this team to compete really is through hustle, through trying to do it on both defensive end, on both the offensive end if possible. Like it's for people to basically operate above their contract. So for those vet minimums to operate like a $15 million contract or like a 20, like if you want to look at it that way, but nah, it's rough. I'm not gonna lie. That was a rough game to watch. And it was a very winnable game. We had no Anthony Davis for all the minutes that he played. And let me just take a look at his minutes just so I'm clear here to. So Anthony Davis played literally. Where is Davis? 34 minutes. I don't think 34 minutes is a restriction anymore. I think they wanted to win that game. LeBron James played 44 minutes. Wow. That's, again, no Wenyen Gabriel, no Max Christie, which could have spared some of the minutes. Again, Rui had only 24 minutes. Again, there's some coaching stuff here where I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. And it's being I don't know. I'm lost for words. That's this game. As a fan, I can describe it to one to that lost for words. It's just I don't get it. But now we go to Brooklyn. Hopefully KD gets healthy, but for that game he's probably gonna be out. So now we're in this situation that we have to win that game. And we can't continue this. We are 4 games behind 500. We are, if I'm not mistaken, at the time of this recording, we're around 2 games behind the play-in, 3 games behind 6. That's how the West is compacted. So we need to start making a winning streak. No matter if it's now, no matter if it's later, but we need to start doing it sooner than later. And for the trade deadline, if there's any other help, this team requires and needs shooting. We had that in Austin Reeves. He's been down. He's getting reevaluated this week. So don't expect, he's probably going to miss the next 3 games. So we need we need help for this team, and we need Darvin Ham to step up. We need everybody to step up, be collective. Let's erase that game. Let's put Boston behind us and look forward, because the season is not lost. There's still hope. Let's just get it done from all fronts. And I think this team has what it takes to make a push, and hopefully the front office also contributes to that. Thank you all for joining me. Hopefully you like the content. You can catch me on ABS Podcast. That's my YouTube channel, and also in these in this platform in HoopSpaces. So please like, share, and subscribe this video. Subscribe to HoopSpaces, and I appreciate everybody listening. And if I'm a little bit rusty, it's been a minute, but hopefully I'll get better sooner than later. So take care, guys. Have a good one. Peace.